we met our leader of the faction of the Phandalorians, which your colleague Mando had not been aware of so far. It was you were led by or requested by Lady Dara Baravan to check Holm for the undead nuisance, only to find this horde. What do they call it? Covert of Phandalorians, and underneath Holm, and then the leader. I wrote down her name. Hold on. The the smith, not the armorer, but the smith. Let's see.
It works.
I named her. Is it too dumb? No, it's good. Tufura Tal is her name. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Tufura Tal. Yes, I am Tufura Tal. There we go. Tufura Tal. She guided you to basically a hangar, underground hangar, and in this hangar to one side, again, I want to repaint the picture a little bit because Clayton said something after the fact that made me be like, oh yeah, that's better. But when I first envisioned it, it was kind of like the Monsters Inc. doors situation where they were kind of like moving the doors around and then that would be the portal. It's more like there's only a certain number of those kind of Stargate looking things that are mostly inactive except for when they're, turned on. So maybe a dozen of those, we'll say on the northern side or the mountain side of because you guys were at the base or whatever. So the mountainside, there's all these portals, and on the other side where it's like the rock is hewn and more to it comes down to like more of a curve. It's not like a nice even 90-degree angle or whatever. So that side has what's that called? When construction's happening and they have all those things set up where you can stand and like scaffolding. So there is scaffolding on the left side, but it doesn't seem temporary, like, scaffolding. It's kind of like nice scaffolding. And one of those library ladders that has the wheels and it goes, and on this side, we'll say as Tufura was waxing poetic about or catching up, whatever, and kind of freaking you guys out with some knowledge, she notices one of you looking over there, and as you look up, we'll say, I think Gryke, or we'll say Gryke. She's talking, and there's a lot going on. The people that are moving around, it's not just Phandalorians. You notice that there are a few races coming in and out, and they seem to be, getting along, just doing business as usual. And then you'll every now and then a portal will activate, and then it seems like everybody gets really busy around it and tends to whatever needs to happen. It's either a vessel leaving or a vessel coming forward. You see one vessel come in. It's very slow, and the crew rushes to go to tend to it and clean it. It seems like it's just come out of a battle, so there's like a splintering on the sides, and this particular vessel was a living ship, and that means a treant has not really sacrificed themselves, but kind of given themselves to the purpose. The rest of their being is connected to the ship, so that these spelljamming vessels have like a living element to it. And you'll see the Phandalorians, there's like a special unit with green tunics on and leaf pendants, not unlike the ones you've seen from Emerald Enclave elves before, but they rush immediately. There's like all these other Phandalorians tending to the ship, but this special unit goes straight to the treant that's like attached to the ship and starts to care for it. Gryke, this scaffolding back on the left side, you look up and you notice there are 4 right now, depending on how many players we end up with, 4 sections that go left to right, kind of like you would read a book, like a scroll that's been laid out. On the top, the first one, you see an almost, I'm looking at your token right now, an almost uncanny hieroglyph version of yourself, kind of in that same stance, holding your staff with the bear on top, everything. And you see, not unlike the mosaics in, what was it, the Shrine of Savras, when it depicted the different scenes of the people fleeing their, what was that, Coneybury. This is, you see like little Gryke scenes, and you see there's a couple of them that are covered up at the beginning. And then there's in the middle, there's a bunch of like tiles, and you'll see your exploits over the last few years. You've seen you leaving your Shaman's wooded area and venturing out. You see you're joining the group with the caravan. You see like a caravan with Gryke. You see fighting a dragon. You see yourself. You see all these scenes that are very familiar, and likewise. Under your timeline, there are your friends underneath that. So Mando, Noel, right under there, Cal. So, but again, for each of y'all's stories, there are pains that are covered up. And this is what has been tended to, like scaffolding. It's like people are, and you'll see there's guards up there, individuals, helmeted, Phandalorian, heavily armed. They they look serious, and you can tell, especially at the very right, the very end of these, it's like everybody's is fully covered by like a giant tarp instead of like little individual tarps.
Interesting.
So it's a bunch of wall art that depicts the story so far.
Yes, meta. Yes.
Also,
Not a
seems
war
to be
flashbacks, anyone?
alluding to that the rest of our story has already been foretold, but has not yet been revealed.
We are in a deterministic universe.
This is definitely not a railroaded campaign.
No chance.
We're talking about this is full sandbox.
So, and I guess Noel, like, I don't know, are we all in the same room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Noel just like, he's looking around, observing at what's going on and stuff, and he just tries to whisper a little bit. He's like, "So are they managing the store? Like,
Our life.
why are they doing this wall art thing?"
And Tafura overhears you. I see you've noticed the wall. Yes. It's not so much that we manage the wall. Our covert in our travels happened upon many strange civilizations, many strange dimensions, different planes of existence. And in one of our journeys, we encountered a realm that we didn't even know existed, and found ourselves amongst the presence, the company of someone you've been in contact with already, is the being Savras. And in addition to just gifting us with visions of the future, we were in full contact with the god. And since the founding of this covert, and it's Mando, it's about as old as you are. So, since the founding of this covert, yes, we have we have certain individuals that have a stronger connection to Savras than others, and it is through these visions that we the wall before you that you see, certain events that depicted and certain things that we have been shown. It doesn't mean they have to happen. In fact, one of the things that our seers foretold did not happen, and she's gonna hop on the librarian ladder and crawl up a little bit, and then press a little button on the ladder itself, and a little jetpack from the side, it like moves her along, and she's going to slow down and stop, and this will be for this is pre-Cal, so this goes back before Cal's little timeline starts that fuses with you guys, and we'll call it like the heroic timeline, and this goes back to Butterskull Ranch. So Gryke, I'm just using your high perception for this. So on the battle where there's flying goblins. There's like flying goblins and ogres and stuff in these little scenes. One has been kind of not destroyed, but edited, I guess, and it was. She points it out, and she will say, the wall foretold that the orcs at Butterskull Ranch would be slain by the group, but this is not what happened. And as you can see, and we've been making changes, and there's like different things covered up. This changes things, and we're not quite sure how. But
so you just canonized the whole reason for doing retcons. Basically.
Welcome.
We found retcon 5 as base.
Yes, we've traveled to the 4th dimension and seen everything all at once. So it's not really past, future, present anymore to us. We experience things a little differently with being so close to Savras. But we know that you are the chosen ones. She has gifted you with the task at hand.
What task is that?
And she looks over to the covered area. Oh, that's to come. If I told you, it wouldn't happen the way it... So there are many surprises.
Quick, find which title says we died. Make that not happen.
Cal's like, this is a lot to process.
And as she's...
At this point, Gryke finally de-bears.
Oh.
He's like, damn.
He's just too stunned to stay in bear form.
Just like, what the hell?
And when you guys closer inspection y'all's like highlighted moments, you know. Actually, you guys tell me what's Noel's like most badass / cool story moment, either battle or like decision make, whatever. What's like the coolest thing so far?
Are you asking me or the group?
No.
What do you mean by badass kind of? Like,
I don't know, like a fight move or.
I still really like blowing up goblins with watermelons.
Yeah.
Ghouls with watermelons. Or, I used Fort Knoll stuff before, or stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Like that was the cool kind of thing. Where, like,
I'll say that. And when you decided to multi-class, when you decided to flow with the story and stuff, and like, so the watermelon seeds, the moments of inspiration, basically on your timeline so far, and you'll notice there's artifacts, there's like imagery, symbolism of Savras all over. There's like little eyes and here and there, but it's in these moments of high stress, high performance, for on you guys, where you will see like lots of eyes, encircling your hieroglyphs, the versions of you on the wall. It's almost like these fortuitous, most what's the cool word? Damn it. Auspicious. These most auspicious moments seem to be connected to Savras, or at least artistically on this wall.
Okay.
It's core memories.
Yep, core memory. It just reminds me of that Disney, or not Disney, that Pixar movie.
Yeah. Inside Out. Yeah.
Yeah, there, thank you.
Great movie.
So, in a tone that is apparent that there's a hint of anger, Mando addresses the smith.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "You have all this technology, all these people, so much you have been able to build, and you let my people scrounge out in the world. What gives you the right to
Not
withhold?"
really happy.
We're the Phandalorians now.
So, side note, instead of Mando, are we calling you Fando? Because it's a Phandalorian?
Phandalorian.
Sorry. Yeah, continue with your cool dramatic moment.
She'll say,
I've never seen more than 10 Phandalorians gathered anywhere in one place, because we're out there trying to find our history, collect artifacts, get foundlings, grow our sect. You have all this hidden away.
well, it is hidden, I will admit, but unfortunately, not unfortunately, it is hidden. And I do apologize that you and any of your loved ones would not, could not benefit the way we have in our seclusion. Our fight for survival began by our truth being denied by the Netherese, our people. This is where it all started. We tried to tell everyone danger was coming, all our Phandalorians, and many of them did not survive simply because they kept separating. So if whenever there was a power struggle, they would form their own faction. In fact, we do not have a perfect operation here. We've lost several rogue units, squadrons that have either run amok here, Forgotten Realms, in which case we've had to covertly go out there and take care of our mess, or we're still missing a couple of rogue squadrons that left on mission and just simply never returned. And
this group is basically the Legends of Tomorrow.
What's that?
So this group is basically the Legends of Tomorrow, where they just hop dimensions.
Oh yeah, the DC, yeah.
Do you know Keeper Casper, leader of my sect? Does he know about this?
I am familiar with the name Keeper Casper. This is, I believe, and she's going to say this would have been one of the separatists. We're going to make him like the son of one of the separatists. So the name Casper, this is one of not the most. This is a rebellion that separated that faction. This is why I told you I knew your mother. This is all connected. What do you remember from when you were a foundling, or do you remember anything at all?
I was very young. I was found by a Phandalorian, brought back to the sect, and trained by Keeper Casper. Trains all of our younglings until we come of age and are assigned a master to tutor. shoot her under out in the world.
Yes. Well, this is the way. This is, of course, this is... All that lines up, but what the Keeper didn't tell you was that he willingly left our way of life. We did not seclude him. This was his father, it came to a point where they wanted to no longer hide. They wished for the Netherese Empire to be rebuilt, and we are so far removed from the Netherese, we do not consider ourselves. We're genetically sure, but that's about as far as it goes. We have nothing to do with them culturally. Their ethics do not align to what we do, and I appreciate that he kept much of the way, and obviously he's not an evil man, he's just misguided. I feel like if we could reunite the clans, this would be good. I am sorry though that you was separated from your people. But here, look now. And she'll gesture back. There's 100 Phandalorians walking around, and they're all friendly. Nobody's being weird to you guys, or they're not stopping and gawking or anything, but and in fact, the guards, Gryke, as you're looking and giving the wall a look, they'll see you looking. They're more just just more of a nod, yes. And they kind of I'll stop there. Yeah.
We'll see. I'll look around. I do notice that there seem to be some groups. Those with the yellow capes. Or sorry, the green capes tending to the ships. Others, or it seem to be these guard types. How many are there?
Our sentries we have posted at areas of most sensitive information or equipment, such as the story there on the wall, and then there is part of an artifact that we have left over from the war, the last war we had. It is an artifact, a weapon, indeed. We believe that the reconstruction of this weapon will be pivotal in the battle to come.
What happened to it?
It was dismantled. This weapon was built to handle the most dangerous of threats. It took our people's best smiths and scientists and mages to put this together, and since it has been scattered across the north.
Some loud type.
It was dismantled to protect people from its power?
No, sorry. It was taken from us. When at the fall of Netheril, there were giants that reveled in the failure of our society. And one of the weapons that we had on hand that was basically like our defense system, whether if we were attacked by giants or dragons, any major threat, this device would come to life and defend us. It is a colossal, I don't want to say I guess device, yeah. Device, yes. A machine. But the giants dismantled it, and the fire giants took part of it. The frost giants took another. And then we have the piece here. But this weapon is called the Vonendod.
We have to go get the pieces.
Da-da-da. Rewriting some stuff here. And then the one among you. Oh, hey, Maisel. The one among you called Gryke. Hello. I feel like we have met and will meet again in a different time and place. What do you remember of your origin?
Not much before I was picked up by a elder druid and the shaman. Apparently picked me up off the shores of Chult. He said, I'm not sure. And yeah, after his untimely demise at a Jack would grimace when he says orcs.
Mm-hmm.
I ventured north. Found this group.
I want to show you something. You tell me if this looks familiar. And she hops down off the librarian ladder and pulls up her gauntlet again and pushes some buttons, and a little hologram pops up, an image, and it is of, at first it's just lapping waves, sea foam lapping up against the sand, and then the point of view moves up a little bit, and then there are seeming like a lot of little tiny tracks heading to the water, like little fin marks in the sand. And the camera pans over, and there is a female turtle, giving birth, and her eggs are all, actually no, that would have been later. Whatever. Yeah, this is what happens. So,
and turtles have to do live births.
Live births. There we go. Fix. Okay, done. Okay, so Mama Gryke is there, and question who knows turtle is there giving birth, and camera moves up, but you will see a slight resemblance to a very familiar face, a loving, feminine face, and as she sees the camera looks for, now you're seeing from her point of view, and the little baby turtles are like making their way out to the ocean, and there are 4. I know there's usually like hundreds, but whatever. There's 4. And to her side, you notice there's another person there. It's not another turtle. It is an elder halfling, adorned with very natural looking clothing, some like the leaf armor and a lot of plant-like influenced things. And Gryke, you will immediately recognize this is Elder Shaman with your mother, and she says to Elder Shaman, "Please, why can't you save all 4?" And he says, "I'm so sorry. This is not in the stars. Only one is supposed to come, and the other 3 have a different they have a different path. I'm so sorry. And then she's like, well, if you must take any of them, please take the runt, Grykealangelo. So, and then Graphael, Gronatello, and Greonardo, they will have to find their own. I'm so sorry. And then with her last breath, she gives Grykealangelo to Elder Shaman. Perishes dramatically on the beaches of Chult. And the other three, so on her, she stops the recording, and she says that she looks at you, and it's a helmet, so it's kind of hard to read, emotions. But she reaches out with one hand on your shoulder and puts it on your shoulder, and she says, Gryke, I am sorry that you have had so many things taken from you. But if you can have faith, I believe good fortune is on its way. If you keep doing the right things. And she'll go back now. Mentioning the right things goes back to her gauntlet, and actually no, we'll save that. So there's that.
Yes, I do. I would say, whereas Gryke's typically been angrier and angrier as kind of things have gone on, just a little more resentment. I'd say he definitely seems a little more like the chips off his shoulders a little bit more, like they're a little more relaxed all of a sudden. He's like, more of a contemplative mood now. He's more thinking rather than just angry. Now he thought he had some things figured out. Now he's like, oh, wait a minute. Never mind. What's going on?
Amanda's gonna kind of elbow Cal. Grykealangelo. I'll never let him live that down.
At this point, Gryke turns in a bear voice as it comes out, like, okay, yeah, you won't live that down. But that comes out the bear.
And then she'll turn her gaze to Cal. Ah, Cal, the blessed one. You have a divine sense about you. She'll just reach out. Actually, Cal, roll for religion.
Religion. There we go. 21.
This Phandalorian woman you've been talking to this whole time. You don't get a evil sense from her at all, but something pings your cleric goosebumps, I guess. I don't know. Your the hairs on your back of your neck. Again, not in a. She's not evil. Like everyone, I mean, no one has to roll. Like you're not getting an evil vibe from her. But something's weird.
Something's off.
A little off.
Okay.
Like Neverweakened vibes?
No. Different. Mando, when I said I knew your mother, that is a complicated statement. Earlier, when I said we travel to the realm of the gods and the way we perceive time and travel it has taken a toll. But it was one we were willing, those of us who have made the same traverse, we did sacrifice something so that we could see Savras' vision, so that we could inevitably help you all. And she's going, now don't freak out. She's going to grab her helmet and take it off. And then for a split second, there's like a burst of light that comes out when she takes it off, but it dies down a little bit and it comes off fully. And then you see like ethereal, translucent, her hair is like almost like it's weightless, like zero gravity. And part of her face is like melting a little bit. And it's just, she's,
Can I roll like nature or something for me to, or arcana for me to just perceive what she is?
Yeah.
Which one should I roll?
Nature would work.
Eh, 11.
I mean, you know, so everyone's watching though. Like she's freely admitting this. So she takes her helmet off and she's like, "Indeed, my physical form changed the moment we came into contact with Savras." And when I say we, I don't mean all of us. This was a small party. And then she'll put her helmet back on because when she talks without the helmet, I'm not going to make you guys roll, but there's a very frightening presence about her. So, but she's just, she's aware. So she'll put it back on. Indeed. And it goes back to her normal voice. We were on a mission, the very same mission where we came in contact with Savras. It was at that moment that we perceived all time, all at once. And at the same time, our bodies ceased to exist in that form. And we weren't killed, but we took on a new form of life, we'll say. And this is the result. But our charge is clear.
Are you saying that my mother was with you and is no longer as she used to be?
When I mentioned the time perception, there is a realm that we have traveled to where it is next to our reality. That after this life is over, we transition to a separate plane. And it is in this plane that I encountered your mother, your real mother. And it was because of Savras that I came into contact. You four have given such a gravity around our whole lives now orbit. We live to serve your purpose, which is ultimately, it is the greater good. You are the instrument, though. We are merely the custodians.
So, is my mother human?
Yes. Your mother was human. She's lovely. We experienced the attack on your village the way, again, it's hard to explain the way we perceive time and events, but in a way I was there when it happened from my perspective. I wasn't actually there, but once I traveled to Savras' plane domain, this is how it works. I know it's hard to explain, but or it sounds crazy, but.
And my father?
He wasn't shown specifically to me, but I know that your village was attacked and that many lost their lives. I don't remember seeing your father, so I don't know if he's dead.
I'd hope he is. Because otherwise he abandoned me and fucking...
Ooh, shit. Well, he's right over here. No, he's...
He's behind you.
Let's open up that portal. No. So, yes, you mentioned Neverweakened.
My girlfriend.
Yes. Neverweakened, you all would be wise to keep her close. And she not like really dramatically, but she kind of nervously looks back at the end toward the right side of y'all's timeline. And she's like, she will be very important. You need to keep her around.
That's what he's trying to do.
There are several trials that lay before you. Would you like a list, or like, shall I?
Lawyer?
I was about to say, more like obstacles, tests, quests. Challenges, yes. Challenges of character, of strength, of wit. Well, yeah.
Well, we have some challenges of our own that we're dealing with.
Oh, yes.
We unknowingly just shattered the ordinance of giants.
Yes. Very sorry to hear. We knew it was going to happen. We're sorry. It's that she points to the...
We have quite a bone to pick with a particular individual who orchestrated it all.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Il Padrino, then.
Yes.
A thorn in everyone's side. There will be a time where you will have to pursue him and find him. Let's say it's not yet, but when that time comes, you will have our full support.
Good to hear.
Before then, there are many tasks that must be done. Sorry. Had you not encountered our covert and this in Axon, under Axon, what was your next move?
To seek out Ilpa, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like the plan we were probably going to do next. I mean,
Yeah. That's the direction we were headed.
tear the wings off that little fairy.
Mm.
I suppose we also could have reached out to Princess Sarissa to inform her of her father's death.
The princess plays a vital role in this story as well. I am sorry for what Il Padrino, the lies, the trickery. This is his way. But know that the gods do not judge you harshly for this act. They can see into your heart. They know it was not intentional.
Oh no, that's pretty good aim on that last shot, Mando.
It's pretty intentional.
I mean,
Is there a tile of me like firing a shot and like the tile like shattering of the orc?
So that's so there's a, like I said, the eyes imagery, the symbolism everywhere, but especially that pane, and it syncs up. So everybody's, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it goes across, and everybody's is just like that particular scene is lit up on everybody's timeline. It's huge, and there's eyes everywhere dotted across. The one large one on top, like the dollar bill on the pyramid, it just gets smaller all around.
So it sounds like we need to seek out these pieces of Vonendrad from fire giants and frost giants.
She's gonna pull up the schematics. Let me show you the complete phone. So she taps on her gauntlet, and a little hologram pops up, and it's below this bay. There are sections to hide out here, and this is where our section of the Vonendod is stored. And she's going to pull it up, and it looks like no. Roll. Well, no, you don't have to roll. No, you notice immediately the scale is. You do get a feel of the scale from her hologram because it shows like the cavern behind it, and so this thing is massive. You get the feeling that it is a. They look like legs, but it's just legs. But just the legs are like 40 feet high. But the reason I call out Noel is because it looks like your legs. And you see in the hologram, she's like it's like a live CCTV situation. So there's like little Phandalorians. Again, there's more scaffolding and like little people working on it. You see welding, sparks flying. But yeah, huge set of Noel legs.
Okay. All I'm picturing right now is Iron Giant in my head.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was thinking Pacific Rim, like we're gonna fight a Tarrasque, like style.
That would be a cool D&D campaign because it would require 2 people to pilot, so you have to work actually in unison.
I know it's a stupid movie, but I fucking love it. The first one, anyway.
The second one. The first one is so good.
The first one, yeah.
The animated series on Netflix is actually pretty good about it.
Yes, it's like 2 or 3 seasons or something like that.
I still haven't watched that. Fuck, I meant to watch that.
That's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So what? I mean, it's Tafura. You said there are other steps that we need to do. Anything besides what we just called out?
Fortunately, collecting the pieces of the Vonendod, there are other. I mean, once you go to these places, there are issues. There are issues there on their own. Sorry. Yes, like a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Like when you go to these places, yes, we would request that you secure the remnants of the Vonendod, but also, I mean, there's going to be shit when you get there. There's going to be some shit. That will.
Okay. Well, when we shattered the board meeting,
Yes.
that giant was like crazy.
Indeed. So, when that happened, when King Hecaton was expired, the giants. Are you aware of the giants' pantheon?
We were given a rundown by
A brief warning? Good.
Lupa.
The the main god, Anam, their all-father, saw this moment that a mortal could remove his chosen one as the leader of all the giant kind. He immediately turned his back. This was instantaneous, but for a god's perception of time, he contemplated. But in that moment, just for you, the entire security, self-esteem structure, hierarchy of Alpha, Omega in the giant world, which they are very so alpha-minded, it completely dismantled in a fraction of a second. So everything that drives these giants, these dangerous beings, these colossal, these titans walking around, usually they have some kind of structure and respect and formality, and it just seems like it's all out the window. The what is happening now is a new frontier, a very dangerous one, because what we all knew about already dangerous beings has changed, and it's only amplified.
That doesn't sound good.
And there were also these elemental cults that we were dealing with. One of the, Ilpa, I guess, had an underling and a wizard, I suppose, that could portal and create these purple-looking giants that we've never seen before. Are they using the same kind of technology that you have here with these portals? He kind of gestures around.
So, what you saw, and she's going to pull up another image, and I'll do this. I'll do, hold on, I think I hear Bella crying. One second.
Bella, sit down.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, God, my hips. Jeez Louise. False alarm. Sorry. Alex is awake in the kitchen. That scared the shit out of me. I thought she was in bed. All right. Yes. What was the last thing? What was that?
The purple giants.
Oh, shit. Yeah, here we go. So, how do I do new beyond? Let's do new window.
And all the portals.
So, Ilpa is in possession of an item that allows him to manipulate the elements. This is a very powerful wand. What am I doing? I was about to search D&D Beyond for Il Padrino. Right, that's going to turn up something. Let me...
Be surprised, maybe.
What you encountered, and she's going to show with her little gauntlet hologram, dun, 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 was a star spawn Hulk. This is one of the largest known of these spawns. Star spawns are beings we have encountered in deep space. Their kind have no conscience. They have no conscience, no ethics, no morality. They serve aberrations, beings older than perhaps this universe, this cryptic, ancient evil. And Il Padrino has tapped into this somehow and tapped into the network and hired or has started a cult. So Ilpa has infiltrated existing cults. That's what's happened. The cults of elemental earth or elemental evil were pre-existing, but Ilpa, through his treachery, has placed, again, like you said, the wizard to pose as different leaders of these cults, and has now gained control of all of them. And behind all of it, he has the assistance from beings far beyond what anyone is ready for here. I would advise, if you encounter another one of these, be very cautious.
We were able to take care of the cultists, no problem. But are you referring to the star spawn cult?
Yes, any of the star spawn. If you see any beings that they're around, take heed. You know, battle may not be the best idea, but they are evil.
Evil or just mindless?
Well, when you're being controlled by evil and you're mindless, like you're an instrument of evil.
Because they have no consciousness or intelligence or anything, so they have no concept of evil, thus they cannot be evil.
If you could,
not of their own choosing, because they can't choose. So.
Right. If you were to somehow separate them from their influence, I don't know what could happen there, but possibly. But good luck. It's like. It's like, I want a pet alligator. He's sweet. Okay, good luck. What else? So yes, we now that you're here, before you depart, we will meet again, but yeah, shit. She's gonna guide you guys to a section on the same side of the bay that all the artwork is. But this is like after the artwork. This is like that part's done, and she goes to a new spot. And this looks like basically it's an armory. It doesn't look like it's an armory. So there is an armory there, and in it there are several different magic items as well. So what we'll do is a little random table rolling. If I can find it. So Cal can get 3 more braziers of...
Yeah.
One of each element.
Right? We'll do 1 item from table G and 1 from table F.
Okay.
Are you
Sorry, I take it back. 1 from table H and 1 from table G.
That's meaningless to us.
We're gonna fuck shit up. Okay, so everybody roll 1 D100. This will be the table G first. So Mando. Y'all may already have this. The Horn of Blasting.
I got that last time.
You got it last time? Okay, re-roll. 34, null. Cloak of Displacement for null.
Did you see my roll?
No.
No? Okay. So I can go here.
Reroll to 30, Mando. That is, Mando, that's armor +1 chainmail. But it can be +1 something else if armor, if you would like. So +1 armor.
Okay.
Aaron, what'd you roll?
Nope. All right. Well, on my screen, I rolled a 49.
49.
But I was trying to roll it on the thing.
That is the instrument of the bards.
Instrument of the bards. Okay.
Do we have any bards besides?
The one who's never here? I don't think so.
Yeah, the one that's not here.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's got some stuff. Whoa, that's a lot of things.
Yeah, you can use it to cast spells, basically.
Mm-hmm. And then Zangetsu.
6.
What is that? The hell is that? It's a figurine of wondrous power, and it's an onyx dog.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Oh yeah, let's see.
That's a lot of text. One onyx dog. Here we go.
It lets you summon like a mastiff, basically, that can speak.
That's cool.
Oh. Right. Oh, it becomes a mastiff for up to 6 hours.
So a bear gets a dog.
The talking dog that can, like, go sniff stuff out for you.
All right, everybody get something?
Yeah, which instrument is it you're giving me?
It's the Kenneth mandolin.
So you can do cure wounds, dispel magic, protection from energy.
Oh, okay. There we go. Cure wounds, spell magic, protection from energy. Lightning only. Well, I already got that. No, well, I don't know. Protection.
Yeah, you have resistance. Is it the same thing? Or
Oh, so that's a spell that you can cast on other people, not just yourself.
Oh, okay.
Cal, take away the lightning only part.
Okay.
That's kind of redundant. That's weird. And then cool. So there's those, and then another D100. Round 2. This one will get weird.
We roll another one. Okay.
And as you're rolling,
This time.
the smith says, "Please don't hesitate. Take these baubles on your journey, but know that you are the real weapon. But also these are badass." Mando, figurine of wondrous power, obsidian steed.
Nice.
All right.
You get the horse.
Figurine.
There we go. Cloak
Wondrous
of displacement. I have the card.
72 figurine, obsidian steed. You got it?
I'm looking it up in here we go.
There we go. Okay. And then Daniel, 95. Null picks up the Ring of Water Elemental Command.
Water elemental.
Fire. Fire.
You're fighting elemental cults. This might come in handy. Got Gryke, 62. Robe of the Arch Magi. That's a big one. I'll put it on the thing. Ooh, y'all. It looks cool too. And then I can see. So Kalamazar, Cal 37. And then Cal picks up the staff of the Magi.
Hey, look, we got a complete set.
For real.
Oh man, this is very potentially problematic.
So, I have a question. Why does that look so familiar?
Oh, like brass knuckles?
No, that's a sling ring from.
Oh, sling ring! Oh, yeah.
But in this case, it's the spell store.
Nice.
So is anybody in our party a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard?
No.
Does it have to... Oh... So,
I mean, we could basically say give it to like druid, like that's a caster spell, like caster class.
But I'm a druid.
Same with the staff of the Magi, sorcerer, warlock.
Ah. And that's what your guys' new pets look like.
Nice, heck yeah.
oh, nice. If you want to re-roll for something, you can. Or... If...
If we can tailor it, like, reflavor it robe of the arch druid, maybe? I don't know. Then just... I don't need... The armor class thing won't help me anyway. But the advantage on saving throws and effects and the DC and attack bonus I would like.
Yeah, we're going to say that these are not class-bound.
Okay.
Welcome back to the rewriting of the world. Retcon 5, the base.
Well, these are Phandalorian items, so it's just it's a setting.
Easily attunes to the user.
Yeah.
So it's the robe, it's the staff, whatever archmage.
Yeah, staff of the Magi, robe of the Arch Magi, freaking ring, ring of elemental command.
Water control or whatever, yeah. Which I'm still finding. I don't know if it's in.
I actually have to pay attention to my alignment now. I don't know what alignment I am.
Oh no, here it is. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've got all of this.
What alignment would y'all say I have been so far?
You're good.
Yeah.
Leaning towards lawful good, if not lawful neutral, leaning towards lawful good. Honestly.
Yeah, lawful something, yeah.
Yeah, lawful good I think is so with this nightmare, if I have a good alignment, the figurine has a 10% chance each time I use it to ignore my orders. Including the command to revert it to figurine form. If I mount it while it's ignoring
Also,
my
you're
orders,
supposed to go for like
me and the nightmare are instantly transported to a random location on the plane of Hades.
Oh.
You know, that's a really good way to get out of something.
Yeah, if I want to go to hell.
So,
Well, I mean, there are many places we probably could end up that are worse than hell.
so cloak of displacement, really, small little description of what you can do. The water command thing is a freaking book that I get to read now.
That's funny. That's never happened.
But nightmares are powerful creatures, I understand.
Nightmares?
I'm just collecting a small army at this point. between my artificer stuffs and the ring.
Oh, with this staff, I can conjure elementals.
So can I.
Just gonna send out a bunch of elementals and orcs to fight all our battles from now on.
Yeah, I've got the tiny little Nan and Void and all that. Like we're a tiny army.
I can cast Fireball now. Dispel magic.
Father Cal over here.
With the nightmare, if you're riding it, the nightmare and up to 3 willing creatures within 5 feet of it can magically enter the ethereal plane from the material plane, or vice versa.
What have I done?
Can grant fire resistance to the rider. It illuminates areas around it. That's pretty much it. You missed the part where I said, if you're good aligned, it's got a 10% chance to just ignore my orders.
Oh, no.
And if I'm riding it while that happens, then I will get transported to the plane of Hades.
Oh, Jesus. That's fun.
Let's go. Do not collect $200. Straight to hell.
Right? We can get Descent into Avernus or Out of the Abyss or...
So if I break the staff, there's a 50% chance to travel to a random plane of existence. To avoid the
Nice.
explosion.
So if you hit somebody with the staff and break it over them,
That's what I was gonna like suggest. Like, give it to somebody, break it, run.
It's a magic item, isn't it? Like, really resistant to breaking.
Well,
those things, once you expend the charges, they break.
yeah, once you end it, it break.
Just,
Or like there's a percent it will.
Hopefully, just like put it over your knee and snap it, and hopefully you can teleport away. But yeah, it's 16 times the number of charges in the staff. That's how much force damage you'll take.
Whew.
And it comes with 50 charges.
Whew.
So if you break it at max, that's 16 times 15.
Bye-bye.
Pass me the staff! First one. It's not a staff, it's just a nuke.
So now I can do.
Oh, yeah, you can
water,
kamikaze.
Destroy water, dominate monster, ice storm, or wall of ice.
Fuck. Y'all are level 7? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Actually, was the battle... What was the last battle y'all had?
We got lost in that maze part. I lost Void because it went with one thing, because it was the bird. Nan, I think, just naturally died.
Oh, yeah.
Rock element, or not the rock.
The magnetic,
magnetic
yeah.
elementals.
Magnetic elementals.
What
Yeah.
before that, like the big battle before that? What was the last like big thing that happened? Whoa.
Fighting Ilpa and the
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
those guys.
but you leveled up after that, right? That was
We haven't leveled up in quite a while.
Well,
No.
yeah. It was you went from 6 to 7.
Yeah, because we're level 7 right now.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't remember a level up, but yeah.
I think it was right after Ilpa.
It was.
I think so, that sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because we explained it because we were in town.
right,
with that.
yeah. So not quite yet. Okay. All right. After the next big thing. So now, basically, out of character, obviously.
So do I naturally just get the ability to walk on the water, or do I have to conjure that? It just says you could walk on water as if, or any other liquid surface as if you were a solid ground.
Well, there you go. I think you.
yeah.
Okay, it didn't say. Okay, cool.
So for my +1 armor, can I make that a +1 shield?
Yeah. Anybody else, if you got something that's like really, it's just turn off, then let me know and you can re-roll or whatever.
I just want to keep my adamantine armor.
Oh, okay. So I don't get access to all the spell. I get access to dominate monsters specifically. Now, if I slay water elemental, then I gain access to the other stuffs.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
That's
Cal,
okay, like,
so Cal can
I
summon
walk on
one.
water, though. Yeah.
He can
I
summon
walk
one.
on
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. That's badass.
Yeah. Yeah, he can summon one, and then we can kill it.
Yeah.
And I get the ability. So I can then cast of the additional spells, and they give me the charges that we need. And then I can breathe underwater and have a swimming speed equal to my walking speed. Now, I don't care about the breathing underwater because I don't breathe, period. But the walking speed would be really good.
That's awesome. You could flavor it as Null having like does his transformer thing for propeller underneath. Like,
yeah, I just turned into a submarine. Oh wait, we
yes.
Is yours made of expired carbon fiber?
Oh God.
Yeah, but it's a joystick this time.
Right.
It's a party little joystick.
Is it at least a name brand joystick?
There's no monitor. It's just vibes.
No, you know what I want?
But it's bolted to the wall.
Yeah. You know what I want? I want one of those tournament sticks. Like that's what it is. It's a
Yes.
tournament stick for like Street Fighter. It's like some game that it was made in the 70s, and now you got a stick fight of it.
Yes. Cool.
Anyway, so I didn't know it was a legendary and then a wanderous item that I got access to. So that.
Yeah. I'm gonna be throwing some big stuff. I want to see what happens. So I see that you've chosen your items very, very wisely. Very, very good. I just wanted to say before you leave that we wish you well, of course. Again, we don't want you to see this story and think that everything's set in stone, everything's preordained, because obviously you've already shown that it isn't. So that gives us both excitement, but also a little worrisome. But overall, we're feeling good. Is there anything else I can? Any questions you have, any of you? I'm sure you want to get back to your adventuring.
Is
Yeah,
there? Oh, go ahead. No.
I was just gonna do flavored kind of stuff where Noel packs. He doesn't put on the new cloak because he's got a cloak of protection he's currently wearing, but he stuffs it in one of his back pockets, and then he slides on the ring, and he slides it on, and then he spins his hand to rotate it on.
Nice.
Screws it on like a bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's Futurama. Rebender puts a ring.
Yeah.
So Mando says we had to wade through quite a bit of shit to get here. Is there an easier way in next time we decide to pay a visit? How do we stay in contact with you?
Yes, we will program the secret entrance into the Neverweakened. It is a facade above the entrance on the ground level that right now it just looks like rock, but it is only an illusion.
There's like a garage door clicker.
Yeah. More like Wakanda, like you just kind of have to know where you're going and it just...
Just wait until he starts making up stuff and everyone's a scroll now.
Yeah, they're all Wakandan scrolls with helmets.
I haven't seen the latest episode, but have you started watching?
Yeah. I watched it this morning. Right? This morning or yesterday? Whatever. I like it. I like Samuel L. Jackson, so whatever he's going through. Story is really close to Captain America Winter Soldier or Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Kind of more connected that way.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, we will program the coordinates into the Neverweakened, and we've updated its operating system to where
He's not Windows 10.
you no longer
12
need
or-
Windows 7 of 11. We reuniting 7 with his brothers. This I didn't tell you before, but when they are combined, they form what we call a central processing unit for the Vonendod. So we are needing to update them, dust them off, as it's been a few thousand years since they were fired up the last time. So, but we will let you say goodbye before you leave, and you will have a new assistant, we'll say, aboard the Neverweakened. And she's going to Mando. She like goes to the side a little bit, and you can see that she looks directly at the dark sunblade, and she'll tap it, and she'll say, "Take very good care of this weapon. It will keep you safe if you know when and where to use it."
I'll say I've been making very good use of it lately.
Indeed.
I've, enhanced it.
And she's going to... Okay. This is complicated. She wants to... I don't want to look it up and spend time. What was Mando's real name? Oh, you have to look it up too? Damn it.
I don't think Mando has a real name.
Sun Kulong, or no, Dragon Clan.
Oh, that's right. Sun Kylun.
Sun Kylun.
Of the first dragon.
We wish nothing more than true Phandalorians to be reunited. And if the first Dragon Clan has shifted sensibilities or is willing to join us again, we of course they are family. If the uprising or the separatism has quelled. So if you want to direct them to us, or yes, let them know where we are, that they may find their family.
It's been some time since I've seen them. Perhaps a visit is warranted.
Ooh, y'all going to visit? Ooh, hold on. That could be a whole thing.
But now he's scripting up that.
That is something I didn't even fucking think of. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Mando's holiday. That'd be cool. Okay, shit. That's a whole thing. Cool. All right. Well, yes, please let them know we're here. That we're here and we're waiting. I'll do his friend, sorry. Cool. Well, like I said, you're always welcome here, of course. I think we will send you on your way now. No, before that, join us for the great feast. Before leaving, please. We will have once a day we gather, and it's a chance for us to take a brief moment from our dire quests that ongoing every day that takes over our thoughts, and just kick back and take our helmets off and just sing and dance for at least an hour a day.
Really quick. these portals that these ships, these living ships, come from and go to, are there on the other side of those portals are other hubs like this one, or is this the only place?
Got it. So, this is the lone Phandalorian outpost hub, like the mention that you mentioned. But there are others that are of otherworldly origin. Yes, we know what you mean, but in fact, there are many, and usually we're not going to like from hub to hub. We're usually going off on, pointed missions and very direct. But of course, when we need to acquire new technology or ships, or have certain if an illness befalls one of ours and we don't have the technology on hand immediately, then yes, there are several places that we're some go-to civilizations, yes, with a similar setup to what we have.
I'm trying to understand better. On the other side of the portal, is there another gateway that is fixed in?
No. Sorry. So, yes.
Or does each ship have its own ability to create a portal?
Good question. So, both. Your vessel is equipped with a spell-jamming helm, which has been disabled, or is no longer working. We there will. We're missing a part. It's in Albuquerque. We
that could be its own quest.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So you are meant for greater things, beyond the north, beyond Toril. Yes, beyond this world. But that is for another day.
Become the Ravagers.
Yes. Now, what I was going to say, yes, these vessels, many of them do have, well, all of these have spell-jamming helms. However, they cannot be activated unless there is nothing surrounding the vessel for at least, I think, a mile in either direction. And for us to do that out in the open, we would blow our whole cover. So instead, we have magically induced portals that essentially, what you're seeing here are the reason there's so many of them is just because we have so many ships here, but really they all perform the same function. It's more of a if it's A to B, it's more like you put in coordinates and travel there. These ships, for the most part, aren't traveling far distances in the grand scheme from this location. They're being transported just into the upper atmosphere of this world. So anytime you see something leave here, they're really not leaving that far. They're just like right above us. And then they activate their spell-jamming helms from that point. And faster than light travel at that point. This is how we are able to travel between stars to different worlds. I did say Stargate earlier. That was misleading. Sorry.
I mean, you did kind of, that's still kind of the point.
Yeah.
Well, Stargate Atlantis has the ships that do that.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Like, I was trying to find a good picture of one, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't find one. Like, they have a ship that actually goes through the Stargate.
Fuck yeah. But I am picturing the actual gates much like the Stargate. Like, runes carved into it. Like, a lot of it's stone, precious metals. Yeah, exactly. So fucking cool. That movie. Oh, man. Big fan.
Stargate Universe was one of my favorites, though.
Yeah.
Stargate Atlantis, first where you see Jason Momoa.
A young one, too,
Oh.
before he was even known.
I want a gold medallion on my forehead all the time. Be
I
intimidating.
didn't realize that Teal is the voice actor for Mr. God of War person.
Oh no shit!
In Incarnation, yeah, he
Nice.
voices what's his face? Kratos.
Kratos, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
I mean, dude's intimidating in real life. That's
his voice it fits perfectly. It's hard not to hear it.
yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So, a lot to unpack.
I guess I'll. People here freely take off their helms.
Yeah, you'll see if they're at work or posted up somewhere, they have their helmets. But there are a couple that are freely just shooting the shit here or there. There's a little dice game happening in the corner. A couple guys, they got their helmets off. Yeah, none of the smith mentioned that she was with a group of people when depending on your perspective, unfortunate, fortunate, whatever, when she lost her physical form, but they aren't. She hasn't pointed them out yet, so they could be any of these guys walking around.
But yeah, they're sharing.
Just look for the ethereal heads.
Are you alive? Are you alive? Are you alive? Taking off helmets. So yes, I shall say I didn't want to scare you all with my appearance. Around here, we hold actions hold far greater weight when we judge. When it comes to judgment on character, and we know that. For instance, Cal, by you not immediately attacking me, I can tell, you are wise beyond just, black and white, right and wrong. You see the gray, and you see that it's not always easy.
Yeah, I did not sense any evil from you.
I should hope not.
He scares easy though.
Anybody else? Any questions for the...
Asked all the questions I had.
Why do the legs look like me?
So, as I told you before, the Lawforged were first created to help us defend ourselves in the war, and this device, it's never actually been used. At the time of its construction, it was about to be used, and it was almost ready, and a combined attack, not coordinated but combined. It just happened to happen at the same time, coincidental. Dragons and giants attacked this location, not here, but where this was, and we were unable to save ourselves and defend the Vonendod. We ultimately had to sacrifice. Many Phandalorians did die trying to in the initial attack, but we decided life is more important than technology or a prize, or ego, so we fled. But we were able to salvage the bottom half here. What you're seeing is what could potentially be something operated by perhaps an individual or a group of individuals that would pose a mighty threat to other mighty threats. It's a mega null. It's a.
No, I gathered, that whole thing, but yeah. Now I'm wondering, like, how do I get access to it?
We're just gonna upload Null into it when it's completed.
I mean, I'm just, like a consciousness, I guess, attached to a body, so, or a piece of armor. Like, I don't know, I'm Full Metal Alchemist over here.
Fuck yeah. Indeed, Null is definitely unique. The beings that we came into contact with that taught us how to construct these beings. This was the stories depict this these creatures as being very hyperbolic and tall tales they would tell, and it seemed like they blurred fantasy with reality the way they were talking about. But it seemed like they would mention a chosen one or something the one before all, or something that they would refer to as a template for these. But they never shared. They never had any evidence. We never tangibly understood what they were referring to. But seeing you here now, and the way that the 11 contrast your being, it's just something is catching my attention there. So, and of course,
Didn't we just learn that I was the template for everything, like all the clones and stuff?
Yeah. Well, it was a rumor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you appear to be the rumor incarnate.
No pressure.
The legend.
The legend of the Lord Forge.
There are, so like I said, the fire giants and the frost giants have a piece to this, but I believe you will find your own reasons for encountering these beings. But when you do, just remember your Phandalorian friends. They're going to permanently install. Let me look it up. There's going to be the 40-10 firebolt once per round, but we're going to say, hold on. How's it work with warlocks? Is it like if you're level 20 warlock, how many is it? 4
Shoots 4 bolts each.
But they're each 1d10?
They're each 1d10.
Okay.
So it's more machine gun than, like, big blast.
Right. We're going to leave it up to you. We're outfitting your vessel right now. It's happening in the other room. Would you rather have the ability to shoot one blast for 40-10, or more like a Spitfire situation where small blasts? Sorry, because I don't know. There's not a smooth way to say this. So, would you rather have Firebolt or Eldritch Blast on the Neverweakened? So it'd be 40-10 or 4 1d10s for 4 targets potentially.
1 attack or 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eldritch Blast is just force damage, right?
Yeah.
And fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
No one has a preference.
No.
I feel like the multiple targets would be probably coming a little more handy, but it's also more rolls, so.
I was thinking that as well. It's like that's just more overhead. So I'm leaning a little more towards the firebolt.
Roll once and all right, whatever's in that direction. Fuck that thing in particular.
Yeah.
Firebolt. And then we will maintain. We have studied 7-Eleven's mind. Yeah. And what he has learned in the time he was separated from his brothers. We are able to keep some of these abilities intact in the Neverweakened. It seems Seven's contact with the Neverweakened, he was able to augment some of the circuitry and the inner workings of the ship itself. So there are some mechanical things left in place that were physical manifestations of his spellcasting from beyond the grave. So we are going to maintain the abilities to vortex warp and gravity sinkhole. One second, let me write this down. Pulse wave. And she will share this, and she's going to show you the schematics from her gauntlet. And she pulls up a schematic of the Neverweakened, and she'll pinch zoom to go into the hull. The bridge, and there's going to be a strobing little light on the bridge, and she's going to indicate here, she's basically telling you how to use this, because you can't just ask Seven anymore. And she's going to share this ability, pulse wave, and gravity sinkhole. And basically, we have outfitted the Neverweakened now with these abilities, grandfathered in from 7-Eleven, as well as the firebolt is fully active now.
Awesome.
Yeah. The only thing they won't, the only thing I'm not gonna give is free helpers to help y'all move, the weapons on top and the cannon and stuff, and that was cool. We gotta figure it out.
It's okay. I can conjure them with my ring and my other little things.
There you go. See, I'm y'all got enough shit. You figure it out.
I feel like we don't need that stuff as much anymore.
What stuff?
The scorpion and the...
Oh, yeah. Right? Y'all are more powerful than those, right? I think everybody can... Still good to have. And you never know, when you can pick up your orc friends and they can man stuff or whatever. I don't know. Yep. Cool. All right. So... After she does that, we'll say that you guys spend a little time getting to know your items, your new items. The armor, the armory where you are, there were helpers there assisting you, and while you were picking out your new stuff, they sharpened your swords. They I don't know, sanded your staff. I don't know. No, I don't know. Just made sure all your stuff's tip top. And we'll say you gain the benefits of a long rest from just them tidying up everybody and the good vibes of the armory.
Okay.
And after that, a feast is held not in the bay where all the workers are, but a level up, and mostly vegetarian. You notice everything there is one boar that was slain for the meal, but you can tell these people treat meat like it's a big deal. Like they don't I mean, you see the technology around you and the firepower, they could easily go out and decimate, I mean, whatever they wanted, but they just seem, and you get a sense through sharing food with them at night. And we'll say it's not the leader. You'll say you're mingling now with just, average Joe Phandalorians, and Mando, you'll notice that there is they pray before they eat. They say like a little prayer. This would be foreign to you. You're not used to that. You may pray, but not for this, not ceremoniously for food. So everybody, if you kind of, and Cal, I will say like everybody but Cal is like, whoa, oh, sorry. Like when everybody starts to eat and he's saying his prayers because he always did. But you just feel like there is a huge reverence this culture feels for life. Like life is precious. Look at stones, not important. Only life important. The fifth element. So, after, there's a meal, ale is shared. You guys taste some things you have never even seen before. They have...
doesn't eat, so I don't know what taste is.
We'll say that they bring back some, like, otherworldly WD-40 and squeak it into all your things. You're just like, whoa, my God, this is amazing. Just Noel's very limber. Easily yoga now. Yoga Noel. There we go. Sharing ales.
Noel like detach his arm and spray.
This is incredible. But after all, there's ale from, like I was going to say, the Vulcan wine or whatever. It's crazy. So one of the drinks is like a purple carbonated beverage, and after the first sip, you can't help but belch like a black cloud that poofs out, a black purplish cloud, and you're like, at first, Cal, when you drink, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And the Phandalorian next to you, no, that's fine. It always happens. It's the first time. Yeah. And then he like tips his helmet over and you see the same thing come out the bottom. But you'll notice, Mando, you see the children, the foundlings. And in a lot of cases, there are foundlings, but also just children. These are just Phandalorian children. Like, they're not foundlings. They're multi-generational culture, flourishing. Mildly flourishing here, as much as they can. And for a brief moment, you see just the innocence in these child's eyes as they're playing around with each other, and something resonates with this. Not that you were like robbed of a childhood. It's just that you're it strikes a chord seeing your culture, your people flourishing like this. They look like me. So.
Oh, it has stricken before a long time ago.
And then even though you got the full rest, long rest, whatever, wave of magic there, we'll just say that you do spend the night with the Phandalorians, or would you? Would you guys do that, or would you want to be?
So, because we also kind of want to, pull out our map, game plan on where we're going to go next. I'm assuming she pointed out on the map where the fire giants and frost giants are that have these pieces.
So,
or just gave us a general direction to go.
Left, right.
If I told you, it wouldn't happen.
So we need to go ask around
Where the
how
kingdoms and
we're
stuff
seeing
are.
fire frost giants.
She'll ask you again, where were you going before you came here? What was your next stop?
And then to
And
find
we
it.
always drop by Phandalin. But beyond that, I don't think we had any other quests.
It was Tribor. It was Tribor.
Tribor. But what was in Tribor?
What were we doing for Trevor?
Anybody?
Were we doing something for?
So, Mountains to Gold Mine, you
Yes.
encountered a dead man, Don John Raskin's friend, and his wife runs the Lion Shield Cluster in Tribor. I think John Raskin was asking to deliver the news
Oh, okay.
to his wife,
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
the sad news. So we'll just say you all remembered that perfectly. And then and then he just told her Tribor, and she was like, go to Tribor. This is your path.
Cool.
And then cut to the next morning. You guys, they're seeing you off. The Neverweakened, fresh. It's been cleaned, scrubbed down. It's looking beautiful. The only downside is Seven's no longer aboard, but it's looking real nice. She's purring real nice.
Does this thing got a Hemi now?
Hell yeah.
And the turbo.
Just wait until you hear the horn.
Ba, 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 ba.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Come to save the world. Ba, da, ba, 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 ba.
Let's go deliver some moonshine.
Nothing like interrupting a really intense dialogue moment as we fly in.
That's salt on the wound. Il Padrino's about to do something. Blast, blast, blast.
What do these jokers think they are? They're going to kill us. That's what they are.
Yeah.
That's what they're do.
We'll make it the sound that strikes fear into those.
I love you. You love. Oh, no.
It's the sound of the death people.
Mm.
The killers are back. Imagine that. If you went to a society that has never heard anything like that, they would take that as
Yeah.
that.
So Tefuratal, she will again when she meets you up at when it's time to go. Everybody's gathering your things, getting back on the ship. One of the little children, Phandalorians, runs up to Cal. And Cal, I'm assuming you look kind of priestly. I know you have armor, but
Yeah. My priest robe or whatever.
right? It's pretty obvious you're a man of the cloth when you're walking around. So this little kid runs up to you, and it's not like they're poor or anything like that. I mean, I don't think money was a huge issue here. They're not poor. They're just very few material items. Everything you see is very practical around. There's a use for it. But so the kids, they don't have many toys, toys, but one runs up to you. It's a little boy, a boy and his sister run up, and they're both very small. We're saying the boy's 8, sister's 5, right? Sister's very shy. She does not have a helmet, but she's clearly, Phandalorian. She's just like standing behind her brother, not making eye contact, really bashful. And the brother comes up to you and he pulls your robe a little bit to get your attention. Excuse me, mister. Cow. But but he's like, my sister wanted to give you a trinket for good luck. He said, go and give it to him. And she's like, She's very
I didn't
bashful.
get that.
She's
Could you
like,
try
"Come
again?"
on." And she like almost kind of scared but excited at the same time. She punches forth. She's holding out a necklace, and it's a pendant really, and it's an eye, like an eye that you would know it's probably Savras related. As she holds it out, the collar of the necklace is like very twine. It's like twine. It's okay quality, but like clearly it's not supposed to be like made for jewelry. But the actual pendant itself is a very fine precious metal, and if you she's holding it out for you. So what do you do?
Well, she's trying to give it to me, so I'm going to kneel down and
One moment.
accept it. But I'm not going to just turn away something a child gives me.
Nice. Yeah.
And
Do you touch it?
do I touch it?
Not with that tone of voice.
Hell yeah!
I grab it and I say thank you, just like
Nice.
pat her on the head.
So as soon as you start to say thank you, before the TH even leaves your teeth, like you make contact with that necklace, boom! Again, time stops for you. You are skyrocketing toward the stratosphere. Speed of sound. I want you to experience the G-force like on your face. You're like, oh, fuck! You're traveling so fast. You go up and you abruptly stop. 90-degree angle. You start heading a different angle, like speed of light. You're being squeezed. You're being compressed so bad. You're feeling all the gravity force, and then all of a sudden, complete stop, and you are floating in zero gravity. And the weight all around you is no longer pressurized, but you're just like in a vast sea of like it's a void with some like purplish yellow gases foaming around, and it looks like you're inside of like what we would know as a nebula, but you don't know with a fucking clue where you are. And from behind you hear Call, but like in the deepest, loudest voice, you hear your name said, and it just chills all down your spine. You feel each vertebra in your back pop, almost like tingle, as this energy just goes through you. Oh God! And you are turned. You don't turn, but you are turned around. And you, as soon as you turn around, you see a radiant planet, and it's clearly a world before you, and you hear again, Kal, and the whole planet starts to turn, and on the other side of the planet is a shitload of eyes, with one huge eye in the middle, and again it turns and fixes, it stops, and there's yes. So kind of like that, but like a planet. And all you hear, the middle eye blinks, and again, this is like the size of North America. This eye like blinks, and all you hear is just your name in your head, Kalamanzan, and boom. You're back in front of the little girl, and you fall down. It knocks you off your ass. Again, you are out of body experience. Again, Savras is fucking with you, and Nothing. No huge takeaways from this. It's just you come back and you feel great, but terrified. You're like,
So I know that the Savras is a planet now.
maybe. At least that's what it wanted you to see.
Like,
at the
yeah. So did I get like knocked backwards when I came back, or did I just like?
Yeah, no, it's not smooth. It was not smooth. You were like, "Thank you," and you end up with the pendant. You lose grip of it, but when you fall, it like falls on you. And if you touch it again, I mean, nothing weird happens. It does shimmer though a little bit. It's a little bit of magic. And the little girl's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Okay. I'm only trying to help.
I'm fine. Thank you for the necklace. As I'm like sort of dazed still, just appreciate it.
Nice.
Y'all run along and take care.
So you're gonna keep it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. The ring of seen beholders.
So, Cal, after you attune to this, we're gonna call this something. Think of a cool name later. You can name it. You're gonna have one free casting of augury per day, and when, let's say, while you have this pendant, the spell Bless for you is not a concentration spell.
It's big.
And with that, you guys tell me, where are we? We're on our, if they're on Bon Voyage, there go the Neverweakened. Where do we go to next?
I think we're going to Tribor, right?
Tribor and then or Phandalorian, one or the other. We need to gather information in some way.
I see no reason to go to Phandalorian.
We were just there, I feel like, so we could...
Okay,
we
maybe not.
Phandalorian 2 here.
And then, well, we need to gather information where like these tribes or these artifacts or whatever are, right?
You know that the fire giants have a piece and the frost giants have a piece.
But we don't know where they are, so Tribor was...
I think the Tribor is the way for us to go for information-wise.
Right. I was thinking Phandalorian would be the same thing, kind of too, but we got stuff already need to do in Tribor somewhere as well.
I mean, there are things in Phandalorian. I mean, there's stuff going on, but it's up to you guys. Totally.
My compass seems to be pointing towards Tribor.
This way we shall go.
Dope. Cool.
Very nice. Okay,
we'll
so
call it there.
I'm even more powerful.
Sorry again for no battles. We'll bring in the battles.
But lore drop is really good.
I had to get through a lot of that. And then the Grykealangelo thing, that was like...
Grykealangelo. By the way, you were sacrificed, sorry.
Yeah, that particular part felt very Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're gonna pick this one. Forget all his siblings.
Right, yeah.
It could have been also special.
But what about his siblings? Dun dun dun.
Is this gonna be like the last Ronin sort of thing?
Dun dun dun.